Hello and welcome back to Michigan Farms here on Farming Simulator 19. Come here, dog. Come here. Fine. Run away. So, it's been a minute since I have actually did any commentary on this map, but, and I can't really remember, you'll have to forgive me, I can't really remember what has taken place, like what I said in the last one, or what I've done commentary on, but we have connected these two fields, 31 and 30 together, and we did a harvest on them. And it looks like we have full of weeds here, full of getting weeds here and here. So to start today's episode off, what we're going to do is start with the weeder, or not the weeder, the sprayer. And we will take care of these weeds. I apologize if it looks like it's a little glitchy. I think my Windows is doing, it's pretty early in the morning, so I think and I just barely turned the computer on. And so I think I'm getting Windows updates. I'm a Windows insider for Windows 10, and so I get updates pretty frequently. I'm on like the very advanced ring. I know it's probably nonsense to most of you guys, but yeah. So I get updates a lot on Windows. But we'll start off by doing this edge here, and hopefully the Windows update will be done soon, and so this glitchiness, if you guys see it, will go away fairly soon. But what I wanted to do today, before I came on and realized that there was a whole bunch of weeds, is, let me just turn around and get the thing out of the road, and I'll show you guys what I'm wanting to do. Is if you look here on field 30, it needs lime, as you can see. And this field, our new field that we purchased and connected with field 30, doesn't need lime. But I don't want them to be needing lime at different times. So I've never tried it before, so I'm kind of curious as to if we lime this field, and while we're at it, if we lime this field, if they'll be on the same schedule. I don't know. They'll require lime at the same time next time, instead of being like a cycle off, which would be nice, because I don't really want to have to lime half the field and then go back, in another harvest and have to lime the other half of the field. I would much prefer if we could just lime the entire field and then be done with it. So after we get done spraying, then we will go over there and we'll give that a try and see if that will work, which I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can put the lime down whenever you want. And another thing that was came to my attention, nobody brought it up or anything, but I heard or I read that some people believe that the first lime, when you lay lime down, it counts as your first fertilizer stage, which I don't believe is true. I could be totally wrong, but that's another thing I wanted to look at and see if that is actually the case. But for some reason, I don't think it is. I think the lime is completely its own deal. Like, you have to lime, and then you have to still do your 2 stages of fertilizer. So that's one thing we will check out. And we're going to wait for the weeds to completely take over that field on our left there before we start liming, or before we start spraying over there. Because here, when we get to the end, I'll show you what I mean, just so there's not any confusion. Hello, train. Turn this off and bring up the map. So if you look down here, these weeds are starting to slowly take over the field here. But on field 20 here, from when we were actually planting, it was at the same time the weeds were coming in. And so that's why it kind of goes in this step pattern. The weeds would come in after every 1 or 2 passes on the field. And so rather than just go through and weed this and then have to come back when these weeds eventually came in and weed all this, I'm just going to wait till it's all completely covered, and then we'll just weed it all from there. And that works mainly because we have a sprayer. If we didn't have a sprayer, then here, let me show you. Just so I just want it to be clear. So if anybody, I don't know, is new, they can understand what I'm saying. So the weeds here are small, and the weeds over at the other end are still small. But once these weeds hit that end over there, if you can see it in the distance, there's the weeds are growing in. They will, those small weeds over there, like the right here, will turn into big weeds, and you can't use the weeder on the big weeds, and you run the risk of letting your crops grow in and become too big for you to actually use the weeder. So the weeder is actually a really good thing if you can time it right and if you have smaller fields, because if you've watched this series from the beginning or earlier on, you'll notice that I had to buy 2 weeders because the fields are so big that I ran the risk of the crops actually becoming too mature before I could actually get the chance to finish weeding the entire field, and then I'd be stuck with weeds in the field. So that's where the sprayer comes in handy. It's very, very nice. But if you are going for a fully organic type, or without spraying as many chemicals, then the weeder would be the choice. And if these fields weren't so huge, especially since that new mod came in where you can actually purchase the manure, or I don't think you can purchase the slurry. I think it's just the manure. And if these fields weren't so huge, I would love to go fully organic. And I was thinking of doing that maybe on on another map. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all personal preference, really, though. Okay, this is going to be difficult for me. I can barely see the line where the weeds are. Should be right. Yeah, I think we're good. Hey, we missed some lime right there. Needs lime. Whoops. Alright. So we'll continue doing this field. And I think what we have to do while we're getting that, well, we're going to hire a worker to start spreading lime for us. And I think we're going to have to go take care of some animals, because I've kind of been neglecting it. I have rode the horses off camera every day, which I think I still need to do on this episode, so hopefully I can get that done. If not, I'll just do it off camera before the day is done, because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me ride my horses around. And I am on PC, so I could get the horse helper mod, but it's unfair for the players who are on the console and like to follow along, or see the progress being made. I don't want to be using stuff that you guys don't have access to. I mean, I know you guys don't have access to this map. I thought, for some reason, because I'm new probably, I thought this map would be coming to the console. That's why I picked it. But I don't believe it is. I don't think that Taylor Farms, the people who actually made this Michigan farming map, have even considered submitting it to Giants, which is kind of unfortunate. But then again, it is, I don't know. I was going to say it's big, so I don't know if consoles could handle it, but from the maps that I've been seeing console players get, I think I can handle it myself, but who knows? Maybe they still want to perfect it before they try submitting it. And what do you guys think of the new maps coming out so far? I know I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but I started doing a little, pretty much just a time-lapse only series on Alps panorama. And the map's pretty cool. I mean, it is completely different. I've never, because I'm new, farming, like I've said in previous times, Farming Simulator 19 is my first time ever playing Farming Simulator, period. And so it is pretty different for me to have to plow your own field. I mean, when I played Ravenport before I started ever recording, I plowed some of my fields together in the starting area, but that's just like a little bit of work. Kind of like plowing these fields together. But in my Alps Panorama playthrough series that I've been doing on here, I have been, I plowed my own field, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it's harder to get a worker to work on things when you make them yourself, though. Or maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Alright, so we should have what? Just a little... Oh, we missed a tidbit. Come on, Freki. Get it together. I know it's just a strip. A teeny little strip, but... we don't want weeds. And I purchased another harvester because that field's so big. And I was going to buy like a cotton harvester or maybe something else. But I decided just to purchase another. I purchased the big black Fent, which is pretty cool. It's just kind of discouraging how small the header is, because I'm used to my big case one, and it's got that huge giant header on it. But I did go in my test game. I have a test game, I'm pretty sure most of us do, where I have a lot of money, and I purchased that same harvester, the same black one. It can be Fent, Massey Ferguson, or a few different brands that you can pick from. And I saw that you could actually put that case header onto that harvester, which is amazing, because then you have all the capacity. Here, let me get out and show you while this folds up. So if you buy this harvester here, and its capacity is a lot bigger than this red one, the case, but the red, oh sorry, trying to get over that, this header is much bigger. I mean, look at the size difference. I don't know if they're parked perfect. No, this one's a little further ahead, so I mean this isn't perfect measurement, but it is bigger, and trust me, when you're working on the field, even that little bit is pretty handy. But you can take, and sorry, another thing is this comes with the header trailer attached. Like, you can just fold it up and then boom, you're ready to go. And you can take this header, the red one, and put it on this black harvester, which then you have a huge capacity and you have a huge header width. So for any of you out there that would like to try it, I recommend that. That's definitely a good way to get things done quick. Let's hop in here again. And we're just going to pull over next to this silo or tank, and we're going to start filling it up, maybe. I have to get it like right at the perfect angle. It's not working. Here, let's turn it around. See, I have trouble with these things. Like, for example, I don't know if any of you guys watched in the time lapse, but in the time lapse, I have my planter, not the seeder, but the planter that plants like cotton and all. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. It plants. Here, I'll show you, just so we know. Maybe if I'm saying the wrong terminology. So I have this thing here, and I pull up next to my seeds here, and it won't fill up. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's just like a, I don't know, a glitch or something. But it won't fill up for me. I've tried it many times because I was like, what am I doing wrong? But I can't get it. So what I ended up doing, because the thing gets empty when I'm filling up one field, and so I know it's kind of dumb. It's just a waste of money. But I wanted to try something out. I bought this thing here, this auger wagon thing, and you can fill this thing up full of seeds, and then you can just dump them straight into your equipment. Super handy. Super duper handy. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah, we wanted to go and lime the field. And we're gonna start on this end over here, just so I can see if it actually works. And I don't know how we're gonna tell, because there's not the blue saying that it actually needs lime, but I imagine if the lime actually lays down on the ground, like if we see it lay down over the field, that it means it's working. So hopefully, with a little bit of luck, it will work. Oh no. Oh no, Freki, what did you just do? I think I just got the trailer good and stuck. How did I do this? Okay. Don't try this at home, guys. This is the only way I can think of to get this thing out of here without resetting it. We're just gonna give it a little gentle nudge with our tractor. Oh no. Maybe we have to grab a more powerful one. Maybe go a bit faster. One or the other. Let's see. We're gonna back up to the doghouse without taking out the dog. That should have done it. Let's go give it a try. Actually, we're gonna give it one more push, just to make sure. I know, total noob thing to do. Okay, yeah, that should clear. Alright, let's go try this again. Bam, perfect. And I also have a question for you guys. Are you guys still enjoying this map, or would you guys like me to try a different map? Any suggestions would be nice, let me know. I don't want to bore you guys doing the same thing over and over. I'm trying to keep it interesting, but with these fields, it's hard to... These huge fields, it's hard to keep things... I mean, I get lots of money, so I can buy lots of different things, which is a good benefit. It's a good plus. But I also don't get to do a lot of commentary because, like, even for this episode, for example, I could put it in a time lapse. It would be easier for you guys to watch, probably better, because you don't have to see me go through all the process. So it would be nice if I could find a map that was a bit smaller, with smaller fields, so I could actually, you know, talk to you guys while I do this. But if you guys are enjoying the time lapse and enjoying seeing the progress made on this map, that's fine. We can keep it on this map. Whatever is clever, dude. Okay, so it looks like it's going to work. So let's just, you know, not miss any. Turn that back on. And we're going to take this down to the other end, which would be a good opportunity for you guys to actually see how big this field is. Because in the time lapse, with it sped up so quick, it doesn't make the field seem as big as it really is. I was impressed with how fast this field got handled. But we also had 2 harvesters on it, so even with, I'm pretty sure if we would have just had the 1 harvester, it would have made for a lot longer of a time lapse. Which is funny because if you've been watching from the beginning, you'd notice the time lapse is getting shorter and shorter, and that's because we have bigger and bigger equipment. So the jobs take less time, but they're still too time consuming to put into a video. They're like about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. And then I condense them down in the time lapse to be 10 minutes or under usually. But when we first started, the time lapses would be like 2.5 hours, sometimes even close to 3 hours. It was pretty crazy. I did download another map that I don't think is going to be coming to the consoles. It's called, I might get this wrong, but I believe it's called Jones Dairy Farm. And it's made by I think it's G&G Modding, or something like that. And it's a pretty cool map. It's empty. It kind of reminds me of this map quite a bit. But there's not much going on. But if you've ever been to America and to the farmlands, like at least here where I live, if you go out to where the farms are, then there's really not much going on out there. There's not like businesses or anything like that really. Every once in a while you'll come across a fast food restaurant and a local grocery store and stuff. But it's not real busy. But the map's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool barns and stuff for your livestock. Because I've been trying to find other maps that are more playable, more accessible for everybody. And then we've been getting maps from the official mod hub, of course. But that's just where all the other YouTubers have been, you know, they've been sticking to those maps, and I don't want to tread on that territory. But if it's something you guys would like me to do, then I'll go ahead and do that. No big deal. I just don't want to be doing the same thing as everybody else. I want to keep it a little different. So what we're going to do now, since we know that the field is, you can actually do it all the way, is we're going to just do a strip or two, maybe do another strip back to the other end right there, and then we're going to hire a worker, and we're going to go over to our sheep and our cows and our horses and see if they need anything. I know, like I said, the horses need to be ridden, or ridden, one of those, but I'm not going to do that on camera. So, yeah. But I think our cows probably need food, stuff like that. I haven't checked, but I just imagine, because it's been a while. I just imagine they probably do. Okay, we got that little bit. Let's just do one strip back, and then we're going to have to keep coming back here, of course, because our guy's going to run out of lime quite frequently. They usually run out of lime 2 to 3 times per one of these fields, and so since this is 2 fields together, I imagine they're going to run out of lime quite a bit. Which is no big deal, because we got the lime silo right at our farm. If we had to keep driving back to, where on the map is it? That's ours. All the way over here? That would be a lot of driving back and forth. I'm very grateful that we have our little lime stations. Alright, so that's that limed. The mod, the real dirt color or whatever, is really cool. Look at all that just solid lime and dirt mixed together. And then if you, when it gets towards the end, when we're done, if you pay, oh, I can't just jump on here and show you, but if you look at the cover, the yellow cover on top, it'll actually be all covered in white too, so it looks like a different color yellow. It's pretty cool. Alright, we'll set him off, and we will, let's see if our chickens need anything first of all. We're going to run over here and see if they need to be cleaned. They are pretty messy. Oh yeah. So we'll clean them up first of all, real quick. I just decided to start leaving the tractor right here. It's not in the way, and that way I don't have to keep driving it back and forth. And this is pretty much just our chicken tractor. And that way I don't have to worry about the bucket doing its crazy thing and then having to go retrieve the bucket. So, yep, just dump this in here real quick. Like so. And we'll just park this back up. We're getting quite a few egg boxes. I'm going to wait till they're full all the way before I start loading them up on here. So, let's see. Do the chickens need anything? Start with our chickens. Nope, they're good. They have plenty of food. The cleanliness will go up because we just cleaned it. It takes some time to register. Looks like our sheep could use some water, but they're still relatively clean. And, wow, our cows don't need nothing. Dang, I thought there was, for sure there was going to be stuff that needed to be done over there. Doesn't look like it, though. Let's still go over and have a look at our farm over here. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we only started with 20 cows and we got 21, so we had a baby cow. Very cool. Hello, cows. They could be cleaned up a little bit, but they're fine. These guys, what is their? We need to get like the sheep some water. But what is the sheep's cleanliness? The 85. We're just not gonna clean that up at the moment, but we will go get them some water. And we'll hook up, after we're done getting the water, we'll hook up to our milk tank and see if there's any more milk. And it looks like we need to move wool pallets of wool out of the way. There you go. Oh, let's check on the horses. I almost forgot. Oh, the horses have everything they need. But yeah, I see that their daily riding is at 0%, so I do need to do a little bit of work with them. Here, we're just going to leave this here for a minute, and we're going to hook up to this milk tank. And 600 come on. We're getting close. We're almost to a full tank. I don't want to take it till it's full. Then we'll get a better idea of what our milk's going to sell for. So we'll just take this water over here. And drop it off. Well, it's refilling too, by the way. And I was going to move, well, I guess we could move these two, couldn't we? So yeah, let's just do that real quick. Oh no, actually we gotta go turn this off. We gotta go back to our guy that's spreading lime and go refill him. So back to our farm we go. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw in time-lapse, but we're actually doing, I believe it's corn right here. Yeah, see? We got corn growing in this field now. But we will go fill this up with lime and have him start liming again. Alright, dude. Lime it up. Let's check, see how the weeds are going. Oh, they're growing good. We just have that last little bit I want to get covered with weeds before we actually start spraying. And then we can come through and spray both these fields. Man, the lime takes forever to fill up. Very slow. I guess while we wait, we could go back to here and hook up to the front loader while we wait. If you watch the top right corner, when it's done filling up, it'll tell us a certain amount of money has been spent, or whatever it is. So that way we know that it's done and it's done filling up, and then we can go back there and take it back over to the field and have our workers start spreading lime again. But rather than just sitting around and waiting, we will do this. Okay, so yeah, $4,263 on other. So we'll just load this pallet up real quickly, and then I'll go back over there. Whoop. Beating up the trailer. Could get a little closer to the front, couldn't I? There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're just going to leave this tractor right here, and we will go back to here and grab this trailer. Tractor, I mean. Just to make it easier to turn around, we're going to go up here and around our silo. I believe the guy ran out just right here, right? Yeah, he just ran out right there. Or she. He or she. Our employee. Yeah, just right here. Start them up again. And off they go. And we will go back to our other farm and continue. Oh, this is close enough. And we will continue loading up. We're just going to load up the wool pallet right here in front because this one is still missing one. And we want them to get nice and full before we load them up. And I did notice that, here, let me go over here. Field 22, our grass field is here. Let me toggle grass on. Go back over. It's ready to harvest, but we don't need anything right now. We have so many bales that we don't need to start baling up any grass or anything. And I know we could sell them, but we already have plenty of money. If we ever needed money, then yeah, we go for it. But that's one of the reasons I was thinking about trying to start a new map, is because we have everything we could ever set out to achieve. At least that, well, hold on, I forgot to do this. At least that I have in my capability of doing, because I mean we could do forestry like I've stated, but trust me, you guys don't want to see that. I mean, if you want to watch forestry, go watch one of the pros do it, because I would just drive you guys nuts. Alright. That's taken care of. Drop that off. Let's bring this guy over here and have him fill up on fuel. Since he's here. And then we have this harvester. I don't know why we even keep it. I don't know if we should just sell it. But it might come in handy. I was thinking of buying this field right here. And it would be good to have that harvester for that. But I just don't even know what we'd put there. Plant there. Because we have all these fields that are ours. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to do with them. Oh, maybe we can start weeding. Let's check it. Oh, almost. We'll start, because I want to wait till at least this little blue part's filled in, and then by the time I get done weeding this or spraying this field, then hopefully this field's ready. But I probably I really just want to do that in a time lapse, because you guys don't want to watch me just drive back and forth. So yeah. I'll probably just put it here in a time lapse here in just a second, so you guys can see the progress being made, so you guys don't miss anything. And I will talk to you guys soon if I think of anything else to do. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have successfully taken care of the weeds on both these fields, and we just have a teeny little strip of lime to lay down right over here. Let's get rid of the weeds. See, just a little strip here that we have to go take care of, and then we have successfully limed that entire field. And hopefully it actually worked on both fields, and we didn't just waste time and money on it. I'm assuming that it did. So let's go take care of that really quickly. And then after that, that's probably going to end this episode, and I'll continue. I have to fertilize and cultivate and plant this field, and we'll do that. I'll do that in a time lapse. Another time lapse, go figure. And I don't know why there's this. See that strip right there? Watch. Even if I lay lime down, it doesn't cover it up. It still leaves a strip there. And if I look on here, it just shows fertilizer. I don't know. Confusing. But we will start right up here and start liming this edge. It's too bad it didn't just reach the entire edge for me. That would have been nice. But we'd rather take care of it all now instead of having this whole strip along the edge without any lime on it for 3 more harvests. Oh, and look, as I said earlier, before I went into the time lapse, look, you can see all the lime powder, like just on top of the tarp. It's like covered in lime. Everything's covered in lime. That's pretty cool. I like that I believe it's called real dirt color. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it's called. And I like that mod. This mod, it's a good one. You see the dust flying up from underneath the tires, and it's all white because you're driving through the lime, and the tires, look at them, they're completely white. So what we're gonna do real quick before we end it is I want to drive up here to where we started laying lime down on this little corner, and I want to take it the other way and see if, because I know it doesn't show it, like if you look at the mini map or the map, it doesn't show that it needs lime up here, but when we get up here you will see that right there's no lime on that edge right there. So I wonder if it will lay lime down on it. Yep, it does. So we're gonna also take this strip. We're gonna, cover it all up. Rather be safe than sorry. And I've already tried trees. That line over there on the left of the field, that one that I showed you guys just a minute ago. I tried to cover it up, but it doesn't do anything. It's just like a glitch. Same reason there's that weird fertilizer line all the way down. Don't quite understand it. It's almost as if I didn't plant anything there. I don't know. Weird. This tractor is rather new to the series, and it's already got 19.2 hours on it. Very well used. I've actually racked a lot of hours on this map. And we are almost there. Bam. And we're done. Alrighty. We're just gonna go back to our farm, and I'll end the episode there, like I said, and then I'll continue on in the time lapse, which I'll do later on tonight or today. And what I mean is it should be released later today, like, because I'm gonna publish this one here as soon as I'm done, and then I'll start working on the other one, the time lapse one. But it's gonna take a few hours to get all that done. And here we are. I'll wash everything and take care of all that in the time lapse. But I will leave this here, filling up. Oh, better turn off the tractor. But alright, yeah, that's going to do it for us here today, guys. Well, at least in this episode. So yes, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. Oh, I just fed the dog. I tried to pet him, but I fed him. He's going to get fat with me owning him. Alright, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.